It's Week 15 of the NFL. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Cowboys and the Saints, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as the tackle made up near the 35.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Meanwhile, Levis's throw complete there to Johnson. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Kamara up the middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. You look at this Cowboy defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Levis. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
That's interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Levis back to throw. Touchdown, Saints. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. A gain of 3, second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Prescott now on second down. And the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Prescott on first down. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action now. Prescott. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he'll take this down to the 33. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. When you look at the Saints defense, they enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
First and 10. Here's Levis. Throw left side complete. That's Perry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. It's Levis. Johnson with a completion over the middle. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Levis. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you. Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
This is brought in at the 21. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. 2nd and 9 from the 44. As they've got it as we resume action. Prescott down. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Prescott. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Cowboys had 10-3 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Another one to CD Lamb. He's got it. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll throw again. Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Pollard will take it up the gut. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Pollard again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a yard. Prescott to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he fires one incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is indeed good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Levis looking to throw. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Play action now. Levis. He completes it to Olave. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Levis to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Touchdown! Chris Olave with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. That is caught by Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Pass incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. The focus goes back to Chris Olave, the Saints offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Levis. Into the hands of Perry, complete. Touchdown, Saints. A.T. Perry, 56 yards. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Looking to throw. Prescott looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
To the air again, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Play action now, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And it's fielded at the 34. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Perry on the move to the right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Levis. They'll get this out to Kamara. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Levis back to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Kamara. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run it with Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. 1-yard gains are trending. The same result on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. It's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. Here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Prescott. That's dumped off to Poe. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Again, it's Kamara. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Brought down on the play by Deron Bland. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Levis sets up to throw here. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They'll run left with Pollard. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Prescott now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Prescott now, option right. He stiff-arms him, pushing his way through. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 7. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Taken down by Pete Werner.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd down, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Prescott to throw it.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Prescott.
That is caught. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Prescott.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to get the lead up to 4. And his kick here is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Play action now. Levis.
And this is going to be incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Pollard gets it off the option.
A beautiful fake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
45 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
First down, and it's Pollard again.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Isaiah Foskey with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This is 1st and 10. Levis. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Levis, he'll look to throw it. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Cowboys, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.